it's my main channel is what we're on. Be quiet, child. I'm on a stream. So, okay, so essentially, if you're reading this, shit, why is it that every time I go on YouTube, this happens? I don't care about the last fucking video that I watched. Who fucking cares? Sorry, going on a rant. But anyway, if you guys are watching this, the entire point of the stream going on right now is for me to express my thoughts on some current e-drama, gay-ass internet drama that's happening at the moment, and to do so in a way that that allows me to not be accused of shit-talking, which seems to be the common rhetoric going on right now. And with me, I have a couple people, and there might be one more, that are here strictly to kind of poke holes in my point of view, or if they can, essentially hold it up to scrutiny. So I don't fall one way or the other. I feel like I'm going to have to fucking restate this later on, probably, because, yeah. Anyway, so this is the thing that's going down right now, because I think both of you are somewhat behind on some of the facts of the accusations and whatnot. So essentially, what's going on is Antihero is making the claim that Sparky betrayed Antoine and himself on both on air and I guess on air. I'm not 100% sure, but both on air and off air, whilst being on Caffeinated or Die together or whatever. I'm having trouble wording things today. There's just so many fucking words in my head. Anyway, so and how this has been explained is essentially with things like he came on, Tonka Saw came on because that was the thing that Sparky betrayed them in favor of Tonka Saw. And I guess betrayal might be a bit of a jump. I guess slighted them maybe would be the way to put it. I'm not 100% sure. But either way, the thing was that apparently he is in constant contact with Tonka and pals, which is part of the contextual evidence that Sparky seems to either be misunderstanding or strawmanning, thinking that it's guilt by association, which it doesn't seem to be the case at all. That's not the accusation. And he said, and he backed Tonka's jokes and distraction plays was another one that's a claim. And I don't know what that means completely. So there is some information missing. And that he knew Tonka was intending to come on the night before and didn't tell anybody. To me, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I'm not entirely sure if that breaks their normal thing or what. Okay. I'm not 100% sure. Also, for everybody listening, I apologize if you hear a kid or whatever in the background. I can't do much about that at the moment. But the thing that's really telling to me more than the rest of it is that he was in a 10-hour stream with Tonka Saw. Or sorry, it wasn't a 10-hour stream. Wow, he was in a stream with Tonka Saw. And a mutual friend of theirs was getting heavily shat on. And instead of Sparky defending this person, he sent super chats, which is one of the things that is very upsetting here, is that a mutual friend of everyone involved, minus Tonka and pals, was getting hardcore dogged on, and Sparky never tried to defend that person. This took place before the stream on Caffeinated or Die. And after that stream, apparently, whenever Antihero called Sparky out, Sparky said that they were mean to Tonka, that they were the wrong people, and that Tonka was, quote, charismatic and reasonable. And this is what gives.
I would just like to point out that there is no such thing as a reasonable blood sport. So
yeah.
So
yeah. And so essentially, these are the claims that are being lobbed against Sparky. Now, the thing is, to make things, me versus who's Tonka. Well, keep that ignorance, please. Just a blood sports person. Anyway, the point is Sparky adamantly denies 100% of everything I just said. And interestingly enough, instead of just saying all of this is bullshit and leaving it at that, he has doubled down and tripled down and even had a stream that's going on, I believe, even right now, where he had made the statement that he brought up the drama and saying, like, you can ask me any question, and and brought up the drama and said shitstorm brewing, etc. And then tried to play the card that he never did that, and people just brought it up, even though he brought it up verbatim. So in other words, he's tripled down and is seemingly being very dishonest about a lot of things. And it's odd to me that the behavior doesn't seem to fit the innocence. And this is where I'm getting really baffled and confused. Because bear in mind, I like Sparky. I don't have a personal issue with Sparky. The reason Raven isn't talking is because he said he's going to chime in here and there. So he's busy. So he's doing so whenever he died. Angie. So we got somebody. So I might end up having to actually rephrase everything. I'm not sure. Hold on. Damn it. I kind of partially hope that she doesn't come in, partially because I might have to rephrase everything I just said, which would suck.
Hold on a minute. I'm trying. My connection's really shitty right now. I'm going to try to connect to the Wi-Fi. I'll be right back.
Okay.
And bye.
But so this is ultimately what is occurring right now. It's pretty much he said, robot said. Really what this boils down to. And honestly, I don't 100% know what to make of it. It's interesting. That's for sure. What makes matters even more interesting is that well, and I don't want to go into much detail about some of the things I was told, because some things are not made public yet. So I'll write to you guys what not to mention.
Do I know anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna write one thing that I said to you guys off air.
Because you know me. You know me. I'm gonna bring that shit right the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, so it's there's this one piece of information that's not public yet that I don't want to kill the public statement of. or I don't believe it's public yet. Let me actually look and see if it's public. Hold on.
Next time on Unsolved Mysteries, is this public information? E-drama.
Yeah. So it's not made public. So usually I don't get into e-drama. It's not my cup of tea. The only reason I'm inserting myself into this one is because it involves Sparky. And honestly, like, if Sparky
dude, that can't be true. He hates drama.
Yeah.
I think you got the wrong Sparky. Sparky, like, this guy posts like 3 tweets a day about how he hates drama. You must be mistaken.
Yeah, that is the worst attempt at playing devil's advocate I've ever seen. But yeah, no, like, okay, so he got called out on that too. Actually, Cadunt came in and called him out on that. And which was something I was trying to say, but she just said it a little bit more in a way that he could understand, because I was trying to be more logical about it. But whatever. Anyway, so the point is yeah, so the whole thing's very confusing. He says he doesn't like drama. He says this all the time, right? And then he'll backhanded seemingly he'll backhandedly say something like, actually, this just happened the other day. So he got in this drama with Antihero.
Here's the big thing, dude. Okay, if you look, right, people who don't like drama, right, and this is the end all be all. I told you this last night. I'm gonna put it out on the table for anybody who's listening, anybody who wants to refute it. You're welcome to come in later on and argue with me on it. But the instant you take some kind of insider situation, so like, for instance, like, let's say me and Vlad had some beef, right? And, you would think that most normal people, would settle that internally, right? No, the instant you go and you air that out to the public and you have your fucking, bitch slapping fest on Twitter where everybody can see it, you automatically lose the right to say with a straight face that you hate e-drama.
Well,
please,
what
if you would like to tell me I'm wrong,
drama? What if you like watching drama but you don't like to be a part of it?
Then just say you hate being a part of it. The thing is that there's nothing inherently wrong with liking drama. Like, drama is interesting. It's stimulating to an extent, right? But to go around on your fucking
It gets me through my days. All of you people and all of your problems, it gets me through my days. Keep hating each other. Keep talking behind each other's backs. Keep spreading lies and telling truths. It is all equally entertaining to Raven. Please keep doing it.
That does not happen with us, which is funny. It does not at all. But, if anybody would like to refute my previous statement about the drama claim, please feel free to do so. Anybody? Okay, good. Just want to make sure we were.
Yeah, I mean, you're right overall. I mean, the thing is that my whole point is, it's like, look, I honestly don't think that Sparky was at any point being intentionally malicious, or that any of this was a plan. I said this to Sparky on his stream, and I'll say it on mine. I don't, and I've said this in private, and I'm saying it in public. At the end of the day, I do not think that is the case. However, regardless of whether or not it was intentional, there is a lot of really strange behavior going on that either A, confirms what other people had said, or B, is a result of him not properly articulating his side in any facet. So, and that needs to be ironed out. I don't know which one. And this is where it gets confusing.
But I don't think it's really that difficult to determine. Sparky's never been really good at articulating, So I mean, like,
yes,
I don't think it's a big mystery.
It's a good mix between he's really bad at articulating and he also does not like to be blamed for any of his own mistakes. Like he if you come down on him, like you're gonna have to have an extreme amount of people siding against him before he gives you a half-hearted like admittance to guilt. And I've seen it happen before with Cody multiple times where it took like fucking Juan and Antihero to both you were wrong for him to be like, I guess you guys were right, I was wrong, you know? But unless he gets that authoritative figure to bear down on him, he's going to always adamantly like shift the blame.
Yeah, well, I mean, see, this is the thing, though, right? Like, this is where I'm stuck. It's because, like, I'm not 100% I don't know if that's intentional. I like to think that it's not, right? And that's kind of, and maybe
this is the analogy that we came up with last night, right? If you have a pencil on your desk and I walk by and I see it and I don't know it's your pencil, but I take it because I need one. Okay, I didn't intentionally steal from you. But then when you come up to me and you're like, hey, that's my pencil, and I say, no, it's not, it's mine, you know, you're not guilty of intentionally hurting someone, but you're guilty of something.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I was telling him that too, actually, in his stream. I said that you know,
how'd that go?
Yeah, dude, most of what I said got either overridden or misunderstood or ignored. And granted, like, it's not to anybody's fault necessarily. There was like 8 people in that stream. So, you know, I mean, like, naturally, I would expect as much, right? So, but ultimately, it's one of those things where my whole point, what I was trying to say was that I'm not sure that he did it on purpose or not. I wasn't meaning that. I was meaning the blame shift is what I was getting at. And that's the thing, like, irrelevant of whether he did it on purpose, honestly. I guess one thing that could be said is that, I mean, he does do it. And it is very much seemingly dishonest. And like, for instance, he, you know, like, as I said, like, he denied his stream being anything about drama and tried to blame everybody for dragging drama into it. But contextually,
well, the thing is, dude, okay, look, in the end, flies are attracted to shit.
Well, right, but he blatantly said that he talked about the drama in the beginning of that stream verbatim, okay, and which is why I wrote in there. I said this isn't a good idea, like literally the moment he said that, because I was honestly waiting on it, and honestly the other thing is, but he tried to deny that later, and it's like, no, like that's not the case.
You can't have it both ways.
Yeah, like that's not what you said.
This blame shifting thing is just that his stream ended up being dramatic, and that's not what his intention was. Is that what you mean?
Well, I think the blame thing happened when people started applying pressure to him, because that's when it seems like it usually starts. And I only saw a little bit of it because, like I said before, when you originally posted the link, I had thought it was a clip. I didn't realize it was a live stream. Okay, but the thing is that he doesn't start shifting the blame on things until people start making the accusations. And the only thing I heard was, you know, Tonka's not a bad person. He's just a guy on YouTube. Well, you know who else is a guy on YouTube? Alex Jones. Paul Logan is just a guy on YouTube. I mean, we can just keep stretching this until we just encompass every shitlord on YouTube and just say, hey, there's just a guy on YouTube. You can't get mad at MGTOWs, dude. They're just guys on YouTube.
Yeah, it's very weird. And like, this is the thing. Like, he's using, like, the things he's saying feel more like tactics than an actual genuine defense. And
that's how fucking idiots on YouTube you, dude. Dude, haven't you watched Ben Shapiro's top 11 ways to fucking argue with liberals? They don't fucking give you any logic. It's just tactics.
yeah, right.
Arguing with someone who's not like playing a game of chess. It's a lot more reactive, you know?
Yeah. Like it's
Okay, but I mean, I need to ask, like, he named his stream the question stream. It's kind of like,
yes,
and given the drama that was happening on Twitter, and then he says, you know, come ask me questions. Like, what did he think that those questions were going to be?
It doesn't matter even then, because he literally said in there verbatim that you can bring up that drama. He said that, and he tried to
then how
deny
is it
it
other
twice.
people's fault then?
I don't know.
Maybe what he thought was when he did that, what he was really going to do was get a bunch of white knights to come in there and be like, no, Sparky, you didn't do nothing wrong.
Well, and here's the biggest thing for me.
You can ask me anything turned into, hey, Sparky, why did you fuck up and do this? I didn't fuck up and do it. You fucked up and did it.
Well, and here's the big thing, too. And this is something I meant to bring up in his stream, but I just didn't have the time. You know, he yesterday, or the day before, it was yesterday. I don't remember. It was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, sure, why not? And my days are always blended together. That drama happened, and if I remember correctly, it was pretty much just Antihero versus Sparky, right? And the thing is, then Sparky, like the next day, or later on that day, rather, wrote this funny story. Spent all day yesterday arguing on Twitter. I didn't check my email because of all the notifications. I about fucked up in my home loan in not getting papers signed off. Fuck off with your drama, all of you. Now, irrelevant of whether or not he was directing that at Antihero, it definitely includes Antihero. So, like, can you see what I'm saying? Like, this kind of, and that was a very passive-aggressive slight. And to me, it seems very odd for a truly innocent person to make slights like that. And even if he is innocent, that isn't the thing to do. You see what I'm saying?
Well, let's go back to the beginning real quick, because I do have a question. I watched the Caffeinated or Die stream, and my question is very simple. What exactly did Sparky say throughout that entire thing that sided with Tonka and betrayed his friends? Because this is the part of the entire thing that I am missing right here, because I watched the whole thing and I didn't see anywhere where such a thing happened.
Okay, so and like I didn't watch it and I don't completely know what's going on, but you know, I saw that Sparky said that, you know, he was in their Discord server or something and he was just there to talk games and tech and whatever, like random nonsense. And like, why is associating with someone like mean that he betrayed his other friends that don't like that someone? Like, I don't think that's.
Let me put it in a context that you might understand. Who cares if I went to the crack house? I just went there to talk about anime and tech.
Yeah.
Does that make a little more sense?
Not really.
I mean, I don't know enough about Tonka to say whether his Discord server is a crack house or not.
I'm not one for tribes, right? But if you're in a tribe and you're heavily dedicated to said tribe, right? I think it's a common unspoken rule that you don't go fucking around with the clearly stated enemy tribe and start doing like favorable things for them, like, I don't know, give them super chats, stick up for them, you know, pick their side over the side of them.
What exactly did he say or do to stick up for them?
Okay, as I said in the very beginning, so what he did was he was he was hanging out with Tonka. Actually, if you want to take this into further context, he actually originally was talking shit on Tonka, and Tonka invited him into his stream. They were in that stream, and this was after the shit talk on Doc. And making sure I get all this correctly. This is where this all started. And where he basically allowed Tonka to do that, paid Tonka money, didn't defend Doc whatsoever, which, as I said, Sir Adamantine, was a shitty thing to do. I already said this already, but you probably missed it. And the thing is he did that, and then he was hanging out with Tonka for hours, right? And then
wait. I gotta stop you right there.
I am not done yet. This is all context leading up to your question. So allow me to finish. So ultimately, the point I'm leading to is, so whenever it came to the Caffeinated or Die stream, apparently Sparky did not tell anybody that Tonka was supposed to be coming on, and he hid that, which I don't see the importance of that, but that's what I was told. And then was taking his side somehow, or sucking up. I'm not entirely sure what the claim is there, because I haven't watched the stream either. This is just from what a couple people had told me. And then after the fact was shaming everybody on Caffeinated or Die, excluding himself, for being mean to Tonka, saying he was a nice and rational guy, etc., etc. Irrelevant of anything else. These are the facts, or the claims, that Sparky is saying are absolutely 100% lies, which that is the part that I have issues buying. Honestly.
Okay, I got to be perfectly honest with you, though, right? Everything that happened right up until the point of Caffeinated or Die, I don't give two craps about. I really don't. Because the claim was something happened on Caffeinated or Die. I watched the entire stream.
Actually, no, that wasn't. That was not the claim. That was
maybe not
actually
your claim,
me.
but
That was me misinterpreting what was being said. That was actually my fault. The claim, which I actually went back and looked at all the tweets, is actually about everything that happened afterwards, which Sparky says never happened in the first place.
Can we verify what happened afterwards? Is that possible?
I don't have to verify that it happened afterwards, because Sparky's been doubling and tripling down and being blatantly dishonest. So quite frankly, at the end of the day, like, it doesn't even really matter if that's true. And also, Antoine never even came out to publicly call Antihero a liar for publicly saying this information, which is interesting for this fucking guy who makes a career out of talking, or of calling people out on their lies. Very interesting.
This is why, right? And I don't want to.
And I'm not yelling because I'm mad at anybody here. I'm just yelling because this is fucking frustrating.
Yeah, so this is the thing with Antoine, right? I'm not gonna fucking be a dick. I'm gonna be fucking honest, because I always give people a little bit of honesty before I choose to resort to being a dick. But the thing with Antoine is he doesn't jump into a fight unless he has a dog in it, right? So the reason why he
does have a dog in it.
No, he doesn't.
It affects his reputation.
There is no benefit. Dude, he fucking let people go and get people back on his show all he wants. He's probably got people lined up waiting to go.
I don't know. Like, I feel like your two co-hosts sitting there bickering publicly online about this thing relating to one of the biggest douchebags that ever lived on the planet Earth ever.
I just want to say this right now, as you two are going off about this, that Antoine hasn't made a public statement at all yet.
You know what? Every time I try say it, y'all won't let me finish. All right, listen, okay? He's not going to pick a side between Sparky and Antihero. He's not going to do it, okay? He'll jump in with every little...
Not publicly,
well, he's not going to make it public. Yeah, he's not going to make it public, okay? If it was Cody, he would have made that shit public in a heartbeat, because he doesn't like
it's
Cody.
A funny thing.
So
whenever Zell and Lo-Fi, that whole situation, he made that pretty goddamn public.
Yeah, because he didn't like them.
And apparently
he didn't.
I don't think that necessarily. If that's the case, then then Antoine is being a dishonest chud.
He might. I don't know. The whole thing is if I was Antoine right now, okay, I'd be looking at which one of them went belly up first and stay with whoever fucking can keep their head afloat, you know? He doesn't need two co-hosts. And that's why he's not picking sides. He's not going to pick sides yet.
Yeah, the thing is, I haven't even picked a side yet 100% because I don't actually 100% know what stance I want to take.
Look, like I said to you before, all I know is that without the shadow of a doubt, shit attracts flies, right? If something follows somebody everywhere they go, they can say all day long that they're not about that. But if it follows them everywhere they go, then, obviously they want it to some degree.
Yeah, Antoine just wrote, no, I didn't make that public. Zell and Lo-Fi did. Yeah, okay, so what actually happened, if going by that, Zell and Lo-Fi brought it up publicly. Well, Antihero brought this up publicly, and you haven't said anything in response to that. This is the same situation with different results, and it's very confusing as to why. Like, I don't know, because
my point is
if I had people that were my friends, okay, that I said were my friends, and they were publicly ridiculing each other. Friends. Okay, and they were publicly ridiculing each other. The very first thing I do is go there in public and try to clear the air on the situation in that moment, instead of letting it just sit there stagnant to allow us people to sit there and derive whatever interpretation out of that as possible. Because at the because at the very minimum, it would look bad on me. Does it need to be done publicly? No, but those tweets happened, and nobody was there to clear the air. It just was he said, and that's it the entire time.
Well, I mean, I agree with how Antoine's handling it. If he says that it's between them and not him, and not to do with him, then he wants to stay out of it. Like, I think that's better instead of stirring the pot, and then, now he's fighting with both of them because he's being too nice to the other one or whatever. Like, it sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, it's better than saying I hate drama and then publicly endorsing drama.
Yeah, but I don't think it's so much that Sparky likes drama per se. I think it's more that, like, he feels like he constantly has to have the last word, So someone else is doing something dramatic, and he feels like he needs to respond because he has to have the upper hand. That's how I see it.
You can cut that shit out of your life, okay? If you're getting to the point where you're missing house payments because of Twitter drama, then you need a reality check. If that's true, if you're missing house payments because of, and I don't know about y'all, but I don't have it set up so that I get fucking emails sent to my fucking email account whenever even at that, I have two different email addresses: a business email that I use for like my credit cards and my fucking internet bills and my rent, and then one I use for fuck all, like fucking Twitter and Facebook. Okay, but if you're getting to the point where your fucking internet drama is making it so you miss house payments, then you need to fucking rearrange yourself. That's what's the word I'm looking for? That's like disturbing.
Okay, now that you got all that off of your systems, the reason why I said Antoine hasn't made a statement is because I don't think that it's really fair to bring up him in this entire situation, as he has not said, yeah, I feel like Sparky has betrayed me, or no, I don't think Sparky has betrayed me. He hasn't said anything either way, and I think that since he hasn't done that, we shouldn't assume what his position is.
Well, no, I'm not. Nobody's assuming his position.
I'm not going to be pedantic about what he missed, all right? House payment, signing documents, whatever. Whatever it was, he put strict emphasis on how important it was to his life. It could have been fucking abortion papers for all I give a shit. If it's getting to the point where your e-drama is affecting your livelihood, then you need to fucking take a step back and reevaluate.
He's referring to what I read earlier. The tweet I read earlier is what he's referring to.
I don't give a shit the exact nature. Okay, I'm not going to play that pedantic game, okay?
It's fucking up his real life is what you mean, right?
Yeah, it's fucking up his real life. Missing house paying, whatever, okay? Yeah, you guys got your one in. Continue.
Well, look, my whole thing is, what I'm trying to say, ultimately, is, yeah, you're right. He didn't come in and say, hey, I felt betrayed. You're absolutely correct, and that's part of the problem. Right? I mean, like, and this is the thing, like, this is the claim. This is the claim, and if he came out and said I didn't feel betrayed, then that makes the whole thing a little bit more of a confusing debate, right? Like in other words, it adds weight to Sparky, right? If he said he did, then that gives weight to Antihero. But to come in and say like this claim is neither true or false isn't helping the situation whatsoever. It's not helping anybody get to the bottom of the truth.
Well, wait a minute, though, because each person could perceive something different. And like I was saying earlier, I watched that entire stream, didn't see where he betrayed anybody throughout that entire stream.
Okay, so, again, nobody is talking, like the main bulk of this is actions prior, okay, and actions after. I don't, as far as on the stream, I'm not 100% sure. I haven't watched the stream. But what I've seen that the claim was, or what I heard what the claim was that he was what's the term I'm looking for here? He was ass kissing was more the claim in the stream.
Let me put it in simple terms, right? If Vlad, if you and or Angie came to me on fucking Twitter, right? Let's just say I didn't do anything wrong. And you guys were like, Gallagher, what the fuck did you do this to us for? This is fucked up. Instead of doubling down and getting defensive, I'd be like, hey, what are you talking about? What's going on? I'd make some attempt to clear the air up and try to figure out why you guys are accusing me of something and get to the bottom of it instead of doubling down and being defensive, because that doesn't resolve any situations at all. And making it public certainly is not any way to put out the fire. Like, you don't make shit like that public, because then streams like this shitty stream happen.
Yeah, like the thing is, and this is where I'm gonna, and I don't know if he's still listening, but I want to say this really quick to Addy or whatever. He made the claim that what was it that we let Sparky off or whatever. Here's the thing, I'm not willing to go on the boat 100% against Sparky like a few of the people on here, right? The fact of the matter is I actually like Sparky and I want to give him the benefit of a doubt. And I wanted for him to actually, I need more than just all this stuff. Like, I'm frustrated because I'm getting a lot of mixed information. I'm getting a lot of dishonest bullshit from actually, honestly, from Sparky, and I don't know if it's dishonesty or just straight up like he doesn't know how to articulate anything, because quite frankly, it's getting frustrating because I don't want to demonize Sparky. I really don't. So like, and to sit there and say something like you let him off the hook. No, fuck that. I didn't let him off the hook. You know, I'm waiting to see it.
Fucking up. I have no problem demonizing him at all. I really don't, and I've done it throughout his and my entire relationship that we've known each other. Like, so to me, if I saw him doing something I felt was really like, you know, as he's being accused of, I would most definitely call it out. I don't have a problem with that crap. Y'all should know that by now. So like, I'm just telling you that I think you guys are reading too much into it, and it's more or less Sparky, when he meets new people and he gets in a new club, yeah, he likes to hang out. He likes to, you know, kind of try to get everybody to get along, because that's Sparky. He did this with between the Knights and the
exactly. That's what I'm like waiting for my opportunity to jump in and say. I mean, I personally don't understand how this is a betrayal, because Sparky has always made it known that he just kind of like does his own thing.
Okay,
and he
Angie,
has
here's the
don't
thing.
Interrupt me, please. So he does his own thing, and he hangs out with who he wants to, and he doesn't subscribe to the, you know, as Adolf puts it, small club mentality or whatever, you know. And it's not about like, oh, this is my group and I'm going to defend them. He's going to be like, I'm going to stand up for what's right or what I believe in, or I'm just going to do the thing that I want to do. And he's always been like that. That's not new. That's not a surprise. So how is it really a betrayal? It's not like, oh, we thought Sparky was on our side, and then, oh shit, he totally like took us out of left field. We weren't expecting that. Like, this is just how he is.
It wasn't even that. It was the.
I want to address something that Antoine said. He said it doesn't involve you though, Vlad. Here's the thing. It was put on public space. This is the exact if anything, okay, I'm not saying that we're right for doing this. Fuck it, I'm just bored and I want to talk shit. Okay, but here's the thing, right? You don't want this shit to happen. He doesn't want this shit to happen. You don't fucking post it. You be a adult and you settle it to that person's face instead of airing it out on public. Because to me, and I know I'm being anecdotal, but to me, the instant that you air something like that on public, you're doing so to make an example.
And not only that, you make it everybody's fucking business. And beyond that point, and I'm going to make this very fucking crystal clear, okay? I consider Sparky a friend of mine. So quite frankly, anything that involves any situation involving Sparky automatically involves me by default. I don't give a fuck whether or not somebody has his fucking opinion as to whether or not it's my fucking business, especially when it has to do with something that was aired on the fucking internet. That's my point of view on it. So quite frankly, you can take the "it doesn't involve you" and shove it up your fucking ass.
Well, let's get in blood sports real quick in here, Vlad. You might want to tone it down a little bit. Vlad, so, you're up here. You're up here at like fucking like straight out of Mexico. I'm gonna have to ask you to bring it down to at least Texas Pete, man. Okay.
Thing is,
I feel like Antoine.
Make it clear. Look, here's the thing. I'm mad at both sides of this. I'm mad at the sides that are just going against Sparky for the sake of it, and I'm mad at the side that is for Sparky for the sake of it. I'm trying to be the guy in the middle that is just trying to find the truth. That's all I care about. I don't give a fuck, honestly, if Sparky did what he did or not. I don't have a moral stake in any of it. I don't. That isn't it. I just don't want. Granted, I don't want to believe Sparky is as guilty as the opposite side says. But at the same time, if that's what the facts present, that's what the facts present, and there's not a goddamn thing I can do about that. Facts are facts. So that's what I'm trying to do, and undermining it upsets me deeply.
Yee. Well, the thing, I don't know, dude. The thing is that I tried to, I thought me and Sparky were friends at some point. I tried to give him friendly advice, not to give him the answer, but kind of just lead him in the same direction, in the right direction, or at least the direction I thought would help him with his problems. Because, he's constantly posting about his problems on Twitter. So I'm like, hey, man, maybe you wouldn't have these problems if, XYZ, if you did or didn't do this. And obviously, he really didn't fucking like that. So I guess we're not friends anymore.
Yeah, look, blocked me. Here's the thing, all right? I'll try to answer. I'm going to answer this calmly. So he says it's not how friendship works. You don't get to have depth knowledge of everything. No, you're absolutely right. That's not what I was trying to say. I was referring to the fact that it was public. If it was in-depth knowledge, it just stayed behind the scenes and nobody fucking brought it up and nobody talked about it. And if you want to blame Antihero for bringing it up publicly, well, that's dishonest too, because Sparky basically opened that door for him to do it with the initial tweets in the first place. Regardless of that, it was brought to my attention. It was brought publicly. And so naturally, I'm going to put myself into that position. If this didn't have to do with Sparky and it was like, anybody else versus anybody else, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't even bother trying to find the truth. But when it has to do with Sparky, I'm trying to find the truth. And I know that you're from California, Antoine, and it's a little bit of a culture difference. And this isn't as a slight. It's a cultural difference here. But in the Midwest, like this thing that I'm saying to you right here is a big deal. So this is the thing that we do. So yeah, this is where I'm going to get a little annoyed.
I'm going to put the bottom line up front for you, Antoine, right? If this shit was public, Vlad is probably my best friend on fucking the internet. And I use that term very lightly because I think the term best friend is retarded. But, if this was all private information, not public information, I would not let Vlad stream about this. And I don't think it would even get that far. I think Vlad would fucking use his brain and realize that posting something private on public like this is a bad idea. But the fact that, this is coming off the tail end of a stream that Sparky put out there saying, hey guys, you want to ask me questions about the E-drama that happened the other day? It kind of is inviting. And I think you think that was a fair thing to admit. I don't understand why. I don't understand why you're saying you're their father. But when you come in here and you're like, hey guys, you're talking about my friends. I mean, no one's asking you to do anything. I'm just telling you that, saying that Vlad can't talk about this or shouldn't talk about this or it's not his problem, you're kind of giving off the air that, you don't want us to be talking about him. So I'm going to just leave that one there on the table and let Vlad fight his own battle.
Yeah, it's just, look, the fact is like, I am not their father. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Where I'm from, if two people are sitting around publicly or just in your room, sitting there ripping on each other, I mean, you kind of go in the middle to try and help them out, to find the truth. Right, that's kind of
I don't know,
what
man.
you do.
I figure if I got two people fighting in my room,
no, I mean
until my room
of
starts
yours.
to get destroyed, I'm just gonna watch because it's hilarious. But
I mean, I'm not gonna watch if somebody is actually lying. And this is all. So this is all I'm saying. Like, from what it seems to me, like nobody is fucking willing to say, other than Sparky saying that Auntie was lying. Like nobody's willing to say one way or the other if Auntie was lying. This is all like, and this is the thing. Like, I find it weird. Like, is it like, like it's just a bunch of weird mixed information.
But everybody has their own perception of what happened. And that was kind of what my point was. One person might perceive it happened this way. Another person's going to perceive it happened that way. And they may not agree what the truth is.
Well, see, look, I think it would have been just. I think all this could have just easily.
No, there is a difference between people perceiving a situation and straight up, this didn't happen. Like, the conversation itself never fucking occurred, which is what Sparky was saying, was that conversation never fucking happened in the first place. That it was all 100% not existent. That is an entirely different claim or situation than merely misunderstood or misperceived.
Words.
So, and this is one of the things that I'm trying to make very clear here. That's very confusing to me. Is like, you can't just come in and say, oh, everybody perceives something differently, or there's all different interpretations, or that maybe somebody misunderstood something. There's no misunderstanding here, really. It's primarily just this person said this conversation happened. This person said the conversation never happened. And this is literally what this is boiling down to here. And the only person that can confirm or deny whether or not that conversation that happened is Antoine. And then you have to take that with whether or not you want to whether or not you want to believe it. And so and that's the thing. Like,
what you're saying is, so basically what I'm basically what
enough
I'm
evidence to believe the side.
Basically what I'm getting here is to put it into simple terms. There's a tiebreaker, and you want Antoine to break the tie.
That would be nice.
You want him to.
I want him
to be the tiebreaker.
I want, like, apparently. Okay, so to be fair, I guess Antoine probably didn't hear it in the beginning, and I understand that. So essentially, what the claim is that after the stream with Tonka Saw, Antihero ripped into Sparky and was complaining at Sparky, yelling at Sparky, whatever the fuck you want to, however you want to put it. And I said, and in this conversation, by the way, he said that Sparky had claimed that Tonka was a nice guy, reasonable, and something else. And all this other stuff. I brought this stuff up to Sparky. I asked him about this conversation, and he affirmatively denied that this conversation ever took place.
Yeah, and then the incandescent light bulb went off in his head that said, "You should post about this passively on Twitter." And that's how the whole fucking thing became public.
So this is the thing. Like, this isn't he said, she said. I mean, this is he said, she said. This is a lot more than simple just misunderstanding. So, this is the point where the tie is broke, like, and it just adds to the. I just need
a neutral stance.
I just need a pool of facts, and Antoine can provide a fact. That's it. Because at the moment, there's just yes and no.
Yeah, did the conversation really happen or didn't it happen? Because the thing is when you have a public space, you know, your integrity does have, you know, as much value as your reputation.
Here is the real kicker, right? Because, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, if this was me put in the middle between two friends arguing about a situation that may or may not have happened. Again, if this was me, like I've done this in real life several times. The first motherfucker that asked me to pick sides, that's the motherfucker I'm tossing out of my life because I don't believe in that shit. Like, if you have a problem with this person, y'all two need to figure that shit out. Got nothing to do with me. I don't have a problem with this.
Yeah, until, like, I mean, I've been in that situation like a bazillion times, being friends with all you guys. Like, not you personally, but you know, just the trauma that happens on Twitter.
You calling me out, Angie? I feel like you're calling me out.
It's get into fights with people, and man, it puts me in a hard spot. But anyway, I mean, I don't ever step into the middle of it. I just let you guys like work it, or you guys, as in, you know, whoever's fighting, work it out on their own. And until someone decides to cross a line, like for example, you know, a certain MTG person who's a mod on like everybody's channel getting in a fight with Vlad and accusing him of being a pedophile. Like, at that point, when it gets that extreme, that's when I decide to be like, hey, whoa, you did the wrong thing. And then, you know, on top of that, I'm going to second what Raven said about when somebody is going to put the person who's in the middle, you know, on the spot and say it's either me or them, then your only response to that person is, okay, bye then.
This is the thing. Nobody's making that claim. Nobody's telling Sparky, Tonka, or Antoine. Nobody said that. That's the straw man of this entire situation. Nobody's made that claim.
I'm saying if that
there
does
is no
happen.
if. This isn't even a situation. Like, this is the thing. Like, that's bothering me. And I had to bring this up to Sparky twice. I had to tell him, like, nobody said that. Like, the only time, him talking to Tonka and licking Tonka's ass to put
but
it.
This isn't about Tonka. This is about Antoine right now. And what I'm trying to tell you is you're asking him to pick sides between them and their feud right now.
I'm not asking him.
Yes, you are.
I'm not. I'm asking him to tell me. No, he's not.
Hold on. I'm going to step in for a second. And Raven, I'm going to have to tell you you're wrong. Vlad isn't asking to pick sides. He's asking for that truth. You got one person saying this is a lie. You got one person saying this has happened.
Okay, Gallagher, because you're smart enough. I'm going to ask you a question. Let's say that he does this. What happens next?
He fucking gets them. Okay, so look, here's the thing, right? This isn't just two friends, right? These are. Listen, you want an answer?
It's pointed at me. Like, ultimately, it's asking you pointed at me. Let me tell you what happens next. Then I take that information and then I ask Antihero, which, by the way, when I did invite to come on stream to talk to me about this whenever he gets everything in working order and is ready to do it. So the fact is, like, if there's two people now saying this, then that puts into that's interesting. Like, now the sides have shifted. Now I got questions for Antihero. Because again, as I said in the very beginning of this, I don't have a side here. I just want to know the truth. That's all I fucking care about. I don't give a fuck.
But again, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Antoine. Let's say Antoine gives you the information you want to know. Okay, you guys said that it's not picking sides. You're not asking him to pick sides. But whether or not you're just asking for the truth, him devolving the truth or getting involved in any way automatically is picking a side. Whether you like it or not, yes, it is. Whether you like it or not, that
the picking a side implies that one side has an equal argument to the other. This isn't one of those situations. This is a situation of true or false. This is a game of true or false. This is all this is. Whenever you pick the side that's false, you're not picking a side. You're choosing to lie. So this is what this boils down to.
Remember, kids, the moral story, kids, is don't fucking post publicly on Twitter. That fuck right there. That would have fucking solved everything. Just don't fucking post shit on Twitter that involves your personal drama.
Yeah, I mean,
you will never see me passively fucking post up any kind of drama that involves me, Raven, or Angie. Because if I have a fucking problem with them, I will confront them, or they will confront me privately. It will not be aired to the public.
Yeah, it's just it's one of these things. It's one of these things where I think, honestly, it's very clear that one side is telling the truth and one side is lying. If you pick one side or the other in the way you put it, you're not really picking a side. You're choosing either to tell the truth or to tell a lie. And that's the important distinction here that I'm trying to make. And the reason I'm making this distinction...
And when you do that, one person is going to be offended and hate you for it. Whether you like it or not, that is how it ends.
Well, that's fine. They can be offended. The fact of the matter is, all I want to know is the truth. That's all I care about. 100%.
And all I'm telling you is, by getting involved, even to develop, to tell the truth, it is essentially picking a side. It doesn't matter if you see it that way. It doesn't matter if he sees it that way. Somebody is going to see it that way.
He doesn't have to say it publicly, first of all. Second of all, okay, yeah, we can sit here all day and say, if I had two friends fight, I'd just let them duke it out and leave them alone. But to some degree, okay, wouldn't you also want to try to resolve a fight between two of your close friends, especially, if their relationship maybe, I don't know, resulted in like the success or the failure of your show? Maybe.
And not only that, let me put this
in my life, I've learned that it's best to just let people figure out their own problems and not get involved, because every time I ever have, it ended up getting worse, not better. You can't interpret it or speak on behalf of somebody else. You cannot be the middleman between it. These two people need to figure out their problems themselves.
Yeah, they're more able to do that. But whenever I have a situation where it's one of my friends versus somebody that I like Antihero, so I don't want to believe he's straight up lying. That's difficult for me to buy. So, and that's just why I need to know the truth. And quite frankly, like it's one of these things where if I had two friends of mine in my house and they were arguing with each other and it got to the point of fighting or something, yeah, I would try to step in and resolve the difference. And
again, remember earlier I was talking about perception. So why does Antihero or Sparky have to be a liar? Because
one side is saying this happened and the other side is saying it's a lie. That's what that boils down to.
To be honest, Raven, there is no perception to be had. Someone said something didn't happen. Someone said something did happen. If that makes any sense.
But you got to keep in mind, Sparky says this didn't happen. What is Sparky saying didn't happen? Is it what you think Sparky's saying didn't happen, or is it something else?
He said verbatim that conversation never occurred. That was his words. I even asked for that clarification, and he said it never happened. And then I said, so Antihero is lying, and he said, yes, he is. These are I was very clear and very specific about what I was saying, or about what I was asking, and that's what this boils down to. This is why I'm at the point at it where I am. This is literally a question of whether or not the earth is flat. Not how round the earth is. You know what I mean?
All right, but in that question, how many people out there believe that the Earth is flat?
I don't care. The point of all it doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what other people believe. This is not about anything other than me finding the truth. That's all. That's all. What other people perceive it as only becomes a factor because it was made public. And the only reason this is public right now is because I don't want to be wrapped into one of those people that are accused of being shit talking, which is actually what the title of this is. This is the whole reason why I'm doing this, is so I don't get accused of that.
I already clarified that in chat.
Yeah, and like so, like, and the fact is like, and the reason, because Sparky made this accusation at 2 different people twice, accusing them of shit talking about it behind his back. And I'm like, no, this is going to be very public and very open about it. And actually, honestly, if Sparky wants to come in, he even can. If Antoine wanted to come in, he could have. I posted the link in there twice.
Dude,
So
as long as I'm stream, none of these guys will get in the stream. You know that.
Well, Bell's in the stream, but he hasn't been. Yeah, he hasn't been saying anything. He's been a good boy this whole time.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've been
damn,
listening.
He's a listener. I like a listener.
You guys are like so in the weeds that I just am trying to take it all in. I'm trying to follow.
Sounds like you're the only one in the weeds to me, if you know what I mean.
Smoking? That's Kirby's thing.
Here's the, look,
I'm a good boy.
Here's the thing, though. I actually am I in the weeds? Kind of, because I haven't been. I'm not 100%.
No, it's just like the only reason. No, the only reason I joined, funny enough, is like you guys like started off with like what happened with me and Antoine and Lo-Fi and all that stuff, and immediately there was just like so many errors that I was like, maybe I'll join and I'll be able to correct.
Okay, well, then let's go ahead and clarify them.
Well, like, funny enough, like, if you would have just listened to Antoine in the chat, like, he was right about, like, I made that public. I proudly made that public.
Yeah, I was wrong about that. I actually did clarify that it's like, yeah, I mean, whatever. Yeah, I was wrong. I forgot.
But then, like, the thing that you guys are arguing over right now, it's one of the things that I just don't care about, I guess. I don't know. You guys are arguing over, like, is it right to want to find out the truth or something? Is that what you guys are arguing about?
Apparently. I just want to know the truth, and I'm being told something about perception. I don't understand.
Yeah, and from what I'm understanding, there's someone on here saying that what that would do is it's kind of rude because you're kind of saying Antoine, pick a side kind of thing. Again, this is how you know I'm fucking honest. There's a lot of people I'd love to trash every second of every day. But when it comes to Antoine, even in my private back and forth with him, he hasn't clarified his stance on this stuff. I think he's gonna let the boys figure this out. Here's my impression with Antoine on this whole thing. I don't think he knows the God's honest truth of this all. And I don't think he wants to know. I think he literally just kind of stepped back and he's letting the boys duke it out. Now you can argue whether that's the responsible thing to do or not. Like, maybe you should investigate Antoine. You could argue that, but he is, from what I'm seeing, he's pushing it back and going, for now at least. But I can also say, well, I haven't decided if it's evidence of whether or not he's taken a side, but I can also say that I know for a fact that Antihero got a huge lashing from Antoine. In fact, I don't know if they'll be working together anytime soon.
Yeah,
here's the fucker to answer some of your questions.
That was some of my thought, because I was just like, if Antoine wants to say, I don't want
right
any
here,
dog in
guys.
this fight,
Ask him the fucking questions.
Oh.
Yeah. So, what's the deal? Do you not know anything about that situation? A better question is, did that conversation happen or not?
All right. So here we go. I'm going to read something. All right. Because we did have a conversation, but I'm going to read what I have. And then I'm going to tell you about a conversation that I had, and that's the only statement I'm giving.
Okay.
All right? All right. Sparky can get mad at me for this. I don't care.
Which, by the way, let me just say, Antoine, again, Antoine
I'm not
and I
picking sides.
No. Antoine and I are not friends right now, guys. Antoine and I are not friends. And I will say, he doesn't have to comment on this because I think it's an anti-Sparky thing.
It is an anti-Sparky thing. It is an anti and Sparky thing. It's been, but the problem is it's been eating up my entire fucking day to the point where I couldn't focus at work. So this is what I'm going to say.
What I argued to Antoine is I do think it's going to affect him. That's all I said.
Look, I'm just here for the
Do you guys want this or not? Because I'd rather be doing anything else but this.
Go.
Then go away or read it. Choose.
No, read it.
There's always 8 to 12 people talking on that Discord. I've been jumping in and chatting. Tonka comes in and out regularly. After Tonka found Auntie's tweet, he told everyone he was going to go. At the time, he didn't know I was on the show until 3 of them did some digging. After, he said he didn't know if he was going to go then. I didn't want to tell you or Auntie because I didn't want you guys to make a big fucking deal on Twitter that Tonka was going to be on. Because Sparky did say that Tonka is known for telling people he's going to be on their show to make them get all riled up and then not show up.
Yeah.
During the show, when Night Beast Davis showed up, Tonka replied he wanted on. I asked you in DMs if it was okay. You said yes. Now, he sent that to the Caffeinated or Die DMs.
Mm-hmm.
The beeping sound is a dig at Penoid, which he explained in the after stream hangout. I did it on Doc's stream also, and the popcorn takes 2 fucking minutes to pop. It was going to be a shit show.
I thought the beep was funny.
Now that I know what it was, I even told him, if you would have told,
I didn't know what he was doing at first, and it caught me off guard. And then
if you would have told me and Antihero about it before, we would have ignored the fucking shit out of it and just let the chat go nuts because they were going crazy about the beat. Zach, Antihero, and I would have both been just like, we don't hear shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Anyway, I will finish. I didn't get into much detail because all I need is for Auntie or me to tweet something and I become a target for their whole Discord probably. Like I said, I tried to stay out of it.
That's Sparky's statement, right?
Yes. Now, I had a conversation with Water Jabbers where Water Jabbers said, and Sparky backed it up, which is basically the same thing that he said to me first.
And
Water Jabbers.
Sparky, let Antoine go. He's not going to
be here. Clarify something real quick.
No, let me fucking finish, and then I'm done. I'm done with this shit today.
He's reading something, and then he's out of here, Sparky, and then you can whatever.
So I had a conversation with Water Jabbers. Sparky was there. Water Jabbers said to me that he and Tonka were talking in Discord while the whole show was going on, and they were laughing at us, which is great. If you think it's funny, awesome. I'm glad to entertain. He said that when Davis came on and Antihero said, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the quote completely, that when Antihero said that he will not criticize someone who he thinks is better than him at something, Tonka told Water Jabbers, give me the link. And Water Jabbers said he didn't click Sparky's link. He clicked the link that Sparky gave Water Jabbers to come on. That doesn't really matter. I understand that point. But my point is, both of them have said the same thing. And that statement that Sparky gave me happened before I had a conversation with Water Jabbers. So I don't care if the two of them want to yell at each other over Twitter. I'm not their dads. I don't care if they want to put shit publicly. Don't bring me into something when it's their problem. I'm done. Have fun.
Well, there you go. But I
totally will. I will stand by. Like, that is a totally fair response.
It's
also totally fair. It's also totally fair. This is what I did with Antoine. Okay. I did confront him about this, but where I was coming from was not, you're involved now because you need to like fix their little fight. You need to step into their fight and fix it. No, let them fight. Let them do what they're going to do. My whole point was I came to him and I was like, this is going to fucking stink you and you look like a moron.
Yeah, like the thing is,
that was it.
My point of view on it was simply this. All right, like it was his show. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, so like, and the thing is also his friend. So I would assume that somebody who claims that these are my friends would attempt to try and clear the waters and whatever. Now, granted, he kind of did that in here by giving a statement or whatever, and that's fine. So all that does is now give me more of a pool of facts to come from. So now I have a little bit more questions.
Now, do I believe that Anti got a lashing from Antoine? I fucking believe that 100%. You know why? Because that's what always happened to us on Proper Villains. Always. The littlest thing. A fucking lashing. So I totally believe that. 100%.
A verbal lashing? Did he use his British voice or did he just yell at you like regular?
It was normally DMs, and it was just like, why are you guys making fun of me today? And we're like, dude, go with the joke. It's funny. Go with the joke, and it's funny. That's all we were trying to do, me and Lo-Fi. Just go with the goddamn joke. We all get railed on. Everyone gets railed on, but when Antoine got railed on, I believe it.
Now, I've heard you rant a couple times. Is that really what you consider a lashing? Just kidding.
What, the DMs?
No, like, why are you making fun of me? Like,
wait, what?
No, I was like, do you really consider someone saying, why are you making fun of me, a lashing?
No, it's what he considers a lashing. That's why I call it a lashing.
Oh,
that's what he considers a lashing.
All right, can I ask you something, Vlad?
Please.
Okay. Whenever you ask me if there was a conversation, were you meaning Antoine or Auntie? Because I have not talked to Auntie at all.
No, what I was referring to was post-stream. That's what I was talking about. I said that Antihero claims, you asked what it was he was saying, and I told you everything that he was saying. And it happened in the post-stream, and that was the cause of all that. That was what I was talking about. And you said that conversation never happened. And
okay, I misunderstood what you're trying to say. I thought you were talking about after that because we were only in the.
It was whenever he called you out with in some.
He didn't call me out in that stream at the after stream. I was only there for about 5 to 7 minutes. We talked a little bit here and there. He asked me, "Well, that was interesting." It's like, yeah. We went a little bit back and forth. I don't remember the entire conversation directly, but I didn't get into details on what happened. I never fully told him what happened, what led up to that. I told Antoine after this whole thing blew up. And I haven't even had a proper conversation with him yet. Just me and him.
Yeah. So, but it's just like, I don't know, like you also said in there that everything he said, which apparently was a conversation with water jabbers or some shit. You said that you and water jabbers and him had a conversation, and that he apparently was calling you out or what the fuck ever. And in the stream, you said that conversation, well, never happened, and that everything Antoine was saying was a lie.
This is why I said I thought you were talking about Antihero. With me and Antihero.
I meant Antihero, not Antoine. Did I say Antoine?
Okay, I have not talked to Antihero except for the after stream. That is the last time I talked to him face to face on a Hangout.
Okay, yeah. So then that's what I was talking about. It was an after stream. I thought you were saying it was water jabbers. I'm fucking what? No. Who the fuck is water jabbers anyway? It's like the most fucking name.
What? He's somebody in Tonka's Discord.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense now. But yeah, no. So the thing is,
he's seen Antihero's tweets and he wanted to talk.
Okay, so you and Antihero had this conversation. Did have a conversation where Antihero ripped into you?
No.
Wait.
On Twitter,
Wait,
yes.
wait,
On Twitter,
pause, guys.
yes.
Guys,
on Twitter,
pause.
yes.
Guys, pause. This is what I mean by you're either incredibly stupid or you're a little fucked up, Sparky. Water Jabbers approached you after he saw Anti-Hero's streams and you wanted to talk with Anti?
No, after he saw the tweets.
After he saw the tweets. And you never in a million years thought to yourself, they want to really embarrass Anti, your supposed buddy and co-host.
He's not my buddy.
Oh, so you don't like him?
He hasn't been my buddy in 2 months.
Okay.
Since he tried to embarrass me.
Well, then at least,
no.
you know what? I would have a lot more respect for you if you just came out and you were like, yeah, I knew they were going to embarrass him, and they did. There.
Well, like, yeah.
Do that.
Yes. He was going to get his dick slapped in the door. I knew because he was running his fucking mouth.
There you go. Okay, so then
Anti
had every reason. Anti had every reason. Then why did you say he was full of shit when he said you threw me out to dry when you did?
Okay, so
at least admit to that. I'm not a fan of the guy.
All right, so his statement threw him out to dry.
This is what I mean by you're fucking sneaky.
No. His reasons for throwing him out to dry as I planned this from the beginning. No. I did not plan it from the beginning.
Oh, sorry, you were off on the time when you started planning it. My bad. So never mind, good guy you. No, you set him up and you kind of knew they're going to rail this guy.
He asked for it.
Oh, okay, so just admit that. Stop when you were on Twitter. When you were on Twitter, you were making him out to be full of shit when his fucking intestinal fortitude was telling him, "Wait a minute, did I just get fucking fooled?" He did by you. Just say that. That's what people have a problem with you with. You're such a sneaky snake with that shit. You set him up. You don't like the guy. You knew he was gonna get his dick slammed in the door, like you said.
No. Time out. He set himself up. I opened the door. I was the guy to stop him.
You didn't need to open that door, but you did. You had a good time with it, didn't you? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Just be honest about that on fucking Twitter. Don't make him look like a fucking moron for saying that. No, you told him he was full of shit on Twitter when he started to go, wait a minute. Something's up here. You could have at least said, I did enjoy it and I was aware of what was going to happen.
That was also stated on Twitter.
So you're full of shit.
I stated that on Twitter.
Yeah, we have plenty of tweets from you where you just tell him he's full of shit for thinking that he was set up or hung out to dry when you just said you opened a goddamn door and enjoyed the car crash.
Like he also did to me with about 4 or 5 different fucking people and had fun with it.
Did I say he didn't deserve it? Did I say he didn't deserve it? I said I'm fine with you.
Okay, and you know what?
But you lied about it on Twitter. Are you hearing me?
Time out.
You lied about it on Twitter. And you made it out on Twitter like he was nuts about it.
You shut the fuck up so I can talk.
Would you start telling the goddamn truth?
Oh, I will kick you. And I do know how to kick you.
Do it. Get it over with, you little pussy. You little Tonka. You're learning well. Congratulations. You got the black belt. Do it. You're fucking full of shit and you made him look like a moron on Twitter on purpose, and he might have deserved it because I don't like him. I don't like Anti and he might have deserved it, but you made him look like a fucking crazy person. You denied all the bullshit when you opened the door and enjoyed the fucking humiliation. At least fucking if you would have admitted that on Twitter, I would have thought you had a spine. But instead, you're up Tonka's ass and you're learning his ways.
That is what I'm fucking denying right there.
Oh, I'm glad you're not denying everything else I said. That's good.
No.
It's true.
I'm denying the fact that I'm denying the fact that I played Tonka's bit. That's what I'm denying. I'm denying the fact that, this was all planned out. No, he asked for it. He fucking called him out.
Do you have to plan to open a door? Do you have to put thought into it? Yes, you have to put some thought into it. Could you have not opened that door? Yes, but you opened the door like you said. So you did some sort of planning, and you knew the result.
Yeah, dude, it really sounds like vengeance. like
Yeah.
heavily.
Yeah, and if you would have admitted that on Twitter, I would have probably backed you, Sparky. If you would have been like, yeah, you fucking deserved it. You opened your mouth. I would have been like, fuck yeah, I don't like anti. But you didn't. You're trying to, and that's what I mean by these weaselly ways, and that's why I'm spreading the message of don't fucking trust this Sparky guy. Hands down, 100%.
Drama though.
Yeah, like honestly, yeah, like I don't know.
Time out. Verbatim the conversation. Okay. He responded to the tweet. If you're going to jump straight to guilt by association, go the fuck off. I never once backed him. I never once backed him, stood up for him, or defended him. We are not.
You opened a door for him. Did you mention that part? Did you mention how you opened a door for him? Did you mention how you let him through that door? Did you mention how you smiled when you did it? You're a fucking little squirmy snake.
Yeah, and you didn't tell anybody about it. And I know what Antoine said that, but it just like here's the thing. Actually, what I should have asked.
What do I do when I want to insult somebody, Sparky? I do this to your face. You're a moron and a snake. That's what I do.
Vlad, will you be mad if I kicked him?
Well, I mean, like, here's the thing. Like,
get it over with, Tom.
Like that's all on you. I'm not. So the fact of the matter is if that's what you want to do, like that, honestly, it's not. Honestly, though, I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't look good, and kicking him doesn't look good either. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Can I finish one more statement?
Go right ahead.
Without him spugging out.
Zell, please don't spurg out.
I'll mute myself.
Thank you. Start over. If you're going to start jumping straight to guilt by association, go to fuck off. I never once backed him, Tonka. Stood up for him, Tonka. Or defended him, Tonka. We were not friends. We're not. And he had not once asked me for anything. He has not. He is just another guy on the net, so get over yourself. With that, he responded, you sure you didn't back him, not even a little bit, with like a soundboard at the expense of your co-hosts? I didn't. The soundboard was against Penoid. Wow, like you have never had fun at the expense of your co-host. He's done it to me 3 different times. The beep was a dig at Penoid.
Look, I don't care about the fucking beep.
No, this, all right, no, this, we're going to go over the whole fucking thread. Because you guys are nitpicking different little things and cherry picking shit.
All right.
Soundboard, popcorn, conversations, decisions to decide not to mention the fact that you were in constant contact with them before, during, and after the stream. The fact that you told us what silly people we were, how Tonka's reasonably super charismatic guy. Yeah, no backing at all. Yes, I told him that he was a charismatic guy. I told him, yes, the moment he came in here, you were fucked, Antihero. I knew that within 15 seconds of fucking going at him the first time I ever talked to him. So you're blaming me.
I don't know, man. I'm not trying to interrupt, but, I've been listening for a while, and I just got to say, Sparky, dude, fight me real life. Fight me real life. Fight me real life. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. Here's fake blood work, fake ID. I'm not going to show up. Yeah, I'm a big
no, hang on. I don't give a shit about the fight. I don't give a shit about wrestling. I don't give a shit about the whole deal. It can go fuck off. I'm not there for that. So, moving on. So, you blame me.
Okay, but you made it sound like he's this elite badass that can beat anybody, and the reality is,
no, he's not. He's a charismatic guy that knows how to knock people's dicks ended up because he knows how to say the right things. If you don't have your shit together, you will get stumbled.
But all you really have to do is keep repeating Andy Worski and not let him talk, and you won.
No.
Look,
bravery.
How do you figure? I could just go, Andy Worski. Where were you, Tonka?
No,
Andy
Sparky
Worski.
doesn't believe that Tonka ran from a fight. Did you know that?
Go do that.
Sparky
I don't give a fuck about the
Tonka ran from a fight.
I don't care. I don't believe that. Like I said in the fucking tweet, oh, but Andy Worski, oh, but fight, oh, the this. Go fuck
So
off. I don't care.
Okay, so hold on. So what is your point? Hold on. What is your point if I was absolutely 100% correct on you being a sneaky snake by enjoying what happened and opening a door for it, but never mentioning that to anybody until fucking now?
Dude, he asked. I'm sorry.
Okay, do you see what I mean?
He did the same thing to fucking me and Pinoy.
Okay, see, yeah, but you want.
I don't care.
So you don't care that you were a sneaky little bastard.
Now let me finish on with this, and I'll get into a little bit more.
Don't question how your image is tarnished. Is my whole point then.
My image is not
upset.
My image.
So
no.
About how your image is ruined. How are you well, I don't get how people are thinking of me this way. Oh, by the way, I totally did something that I'm not going to tell you guys about, and I laughed and chuckled in the corner about my co-host getting just beaten to death because he deserved it. Ha ha ha! Wow, we really trust you, Sparky. I hope to co-host with you one day. Like, do you see my fucking point?
Look, here's the thing, by the way. I got to say this right now, honestly. I'm actually thoroughly disappointed. I don't care. Okay. Well, you say that a lot too. You should make a shirt. The thing is,
hold on, Vlad. If you don't care, then why are you here?
Well, my name's in the stream, so
he cares more than me.
Then you do care.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I care. Whatever.
My big issue, Sparky, and I tried to be nice with you about this. Okay, but saying something and doing something are two totally different things that I don't really understand. I don't really think you understand. You can't go around saying that you don't care and then show through your actions that you care. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be here. You'd be like or making beeping noises or arguing with people somewhere else.
Yeah, like Kadunt made a beautiful point. What do I sell to you guys and to anybody that knows me? I sell to you guys. Shut your
because
mouth.
I got better things.
Look at this. He's talking to me. Okay, yeah. So what do I sell to you guys and the rest of the people that know me? I sell to you guys that I'm somebody who loves drama and I love Spurgeon, and that's it. And I'll call shit when I see it. And I think I'm right 99.9% of the time, if not 100% of the time. There you go. Now that you know what I sell you guys, and it's actually what I am. Now from there, you can make judgments, and people hate me, people like me. Who cares, right?
Well, see, here's the
Sparky,
thing.
What you sell constantly. Hold on, Sparky. What you sell constantly is the antimatter of you. You sell constantly that you're someone who doesn't care about drama. Yet I go on a stream and I quote unquote spurg like you because you guys get so uncomfortable with men that yell. Okay. So I do that, and then I don't cry for hours on Twitter, but you go on a stream, stay quote-unquote calm, and then you cry for hours on Twitter. Who's the one enjoying this whole experience? Because I'm literally going to leave this stream, and do you know what I'm not going to tweet about? This stream! Wow! I'm going to play some games and go back to my life. I could switch it on and off. Sounds like you can't.
Can I continue?
Okay, yeah, just ignore everything I said. Ignore all criticisms. You just opened the door. You're fine. You don't look stupid. You're not a snake. Go ahead.
Anyways, so you're blaming me for this. Nope, if I were blaming you, I'd say, Sparky, this is your fault. I'm saying that if you're claiming you never backed Tonka, then you're a liar. That's why I'm saying, I know you don't give two shits about me, but you left Antoine's out to fucking dry too. Okay, that's what I'm going to fucking disagree at, and this is why I really got fucking pissed at. I never backed Tonka.
Actually, it backed Tonka in what?
He doesn't specify.
Well, I mean, I know you gave Tonka money, like when in his stream.
Yeah, you literally monetarily backed him.
Whatever.
You literally monetarily on paper backed him. You backed him so hard he has to use it. Literal. He has to take it into account with his taxes.
No, you're not.
That's how hard you backed him.
Here's the thing. The only reason that even bothers me at all is because you did that while he was shitting on Doc.
He shits on everyone.
And again, I don't care that you backed him. I don't care that you're like you can be friends with whoever. Like, look,
Yeah.
Antoine and I are not good friends at all. We're the anti of friends, Antoine and I. But there's plenty of people, like including you, Sparky, up until now, that I was happy hanging out with that were really tight with Antoine. I don't care who you hang out with. It was this dirty shit where my fucking radar was going off that has never been wrong, where I knew something sneaky was going on with you. And so when you act like, oh, this is when I really got pissed off in the tweets, you mean the same way we all have the right to be pissed off at you because you fucked Anti? And you could be like, I didn't fuck anybody. I just opened the door. That's a little fucking. You put in the tip.
Okay,
Yeah.
time out. Hang on.
Stop it.
So
Just
what was
stop
that-
acting
Wait,
like
time
you're
out.
some innocent
All right,
person in all
fine.
this.
What was I supposed to do? Zell, what was I supposed to do? Tell me
Stop
what you
it.
were supposed
Just
no,
own up to it.
Did you have an iota that what you were doing was wrong? Because if you thought that
No. How is
if
it
you
wrong?
say what was I supposed to do, it sounds like you got raped.
What was I supposed to do?
Well, nothing. Well, you could have done exactly what you did. It's just that you're denying that you did it.
No,
You wanted vengeance.
I opened the door for Tonka to
because
come
you
in.
wanted
I
him to be
did not.
embarrassed.
Yeah.
Anti.
Remember what I was talking about earlier? Remember what I was talking about earlier? Sparky, with my
then you
problem
guys
with
are not
motivators?
fucking understanding the fucking treats I was trying to go at.
Did you remember what I said earlier about motivators, and that was my issue? This relates exactly to that. I knew your motivator wasn't anything innocent, and now we got you on a fucking stream where you go, yeah, there was a dark side to it. Yeah, because I'm not fucking wrong again.
Wasn't denying that fact. I'm denying the fact I was backing Tonka.
You denied it up until this stream, baby.
No, I was denying the fact that I was backing Tonka.
Well,
you guys are going like this is some sort of fucking evil conspiracy plan that me and fucking Tonka.
No,
I'm just looking at you like a snake, bro.
That is how I read these fucking tweets.
Look, here's the thing. No, I don't think, and actually I talked to Antihero about it too, and he doesn't think that it was a big conspiracy either. Nobody thinks that. At best, probably opportunistic. The fact of the matter is like, to me, when you say you didn't back Tonka, like when he's shitting on a person that calls you a friend, that you've called a friend, and then in shitting on him,
used to call a friend.
In shitting on Doc, you paid him money.
Dude, I've already talked to Doc. Bring Doc on. We've already talked. We're cool. Bring Doc into this.
I don't care what
Doc
says.
Can be cool with somebody he writes off, and I'm not going to assume that I know where Doc's mind is.
No,
at, but that sounds exactly like Doc. Doc wants things to be chill.
Yeah, it sounds like supporting Tonka to me, even at the expense of Doc.
Oh,
and then here's one other thing.
Think whatever you want. I'm done.
You can get back to your tweets, sir. I apologize. Here's one more thing. But here's the thing. After days of you can leave if you want. After days of scratching at this, and just like, for example, myself, just getting the eyeballs, getting the eye rolls, getting the stares, getting the, you're so wrong about this, you idiot kind of looks. After like days of this, we finally scratched something up and something comes to the surface that shows that you were being a little shady. What does that prove? That proves what else do we have to scratch at and how much harder? Where does it stop? And it hasn't stopped with you. You've done this before, but we forgive you every time because you're tarded. When do we go? We can't trust you anymore. Well, I think it's when you go to a crippled Indian who ran away from a Canadian. That's when I think it is.
In one of the tweets I did put down here is like, maybe you need to stop putting your foot, being butthurt and putting your foot in your mouth.
I think he has before you made that.
He has the right to be butthurt. I mean, you full blown went vengeful on him.
He's justified in it, dude. Right? And unless you're saying
if he wants to blame me for being embarrassed of fucking being handed his ass by Tonka, I'm sorry. That's not my fault.
No. It's not that he's upset that he lost to Tonka. It's upset it's just like like being shot. Listen. It's just like if I got shot, right? And it's like, okay, I got shot. That sucks. I'm gonna have to heal a while. But if I found out that Vlad shot me, You see what I'm saying? Or if I found out that Vlad opened the door for the guy who shot me and just kind of chuckled because he knew what was going to happen.
No, time out. So
he's justified in being pissed off, Sparky. How do you not get that?
No. So
you can never be the bad guy, huh?
Time out.
You could never have fucked up.
So who has?
I think it would probably be in your best interest just to admit that you did something wrong and then just fucking move on, like you said you wanted to, like half an hour
that
ago.
Would heal a lot of
wait. So I'm supposed to sit down and let Antihero go, yeah, you're a pussy, you won't come on here, you're not gonna come on here.
Hey, Sparky,
I got then I
get zero humility, huh?
I'm gonna pull one from your book. Who cares? Who fucking cares if he calls you a pussy? Who cares? You know how many people call me a pussy on a daily basis? I don't lose any fucking sleep over it. Who gives a rat's ass?
Do you have no humility?
I don't understand why y'all are so fucking bothered. I mean, I don't fucking really hang out with anybody who's like this, and I'm sorry if you think I'm assuming that you, Zell, are fall into this category. I'm not.
Yeah, whatever.
But who cares if some fucking rando just fucking talk shit about you? You are gonna freaking live a very miserable life if you spend all your time freaking upset. Okay? Someone talks shit about me on the internet, I fucking ignore them. And you know what happens? They go away. Like magic.
At least go public with, I took part in and enjoyed this guy's car crash.
But not until after you block them, though.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta block someone before you can make tweets about them. That's the rule.
I haven't made a single tweet about you, Gallagher.
Oh, that is bullshit, and you know it.
See, how do I trust you, on that, Sparky? How do I trust you when you hide so much shit?
You don't want to pull Vlad in on this, Sparky. You do not want to pull Vlad in on this.
That's fine. Pull Vlad in on this because I have not made a single tweet about you since I fucking blocked you.
All right, Vlad. I'm gonna let you have this one, Vlad. I'm stepping away.
Yeah, whenever you blocked him, you actually did immediately go to talking shit about him, like just instantaneously. No, you haven't. You had the little guy off Avatar or whatever, or not Avatar, fucking Avengers, and you were like indirectly calling him names, but so what you do, and I've seen this happen a few times, is you won't directly call the person out after blocking them, with the exception of Penoid. Like what you did was you did that, you blocked him and then bragged about blocking people, and then had the dude with the from fucking Avengers
did a snap.
Yeah, that. If I you went and immediately talked about
that guy, Sparky.
And then just earlier, with Antihero rather, you did the same thing yesterday.
I have a big issue with this.
I don't care.
We just caught you in a lie. Yes, we have an issue with it. How do you this is so insane. You catch him in a lie and then he's like, so what's the big deal? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, you shut up. I'm asking
did your mom or dad not hit you enough, dude? What is wrong with you? Seriously, do you think that this is how people work in the real life? Is this why you stay on the internet all the time? Because people in real life can't handle you? Because you just ignore all the fucking lies that you do? This is ridiculous, Sparky.
Yeah, in fact, this was actually...
Do you work a job? Do you own a house? Do you have any...
here we go. See, no humility. No humility. Yes, I own a car and I live alone and I work. What the fuck? What's up? What's up?
Okay, then. Whatever.
What's
Here
up?
we go. I just got someone.
Damn, dude.
I just had someone give me some. This is some intel I just got that I forgot about. Right. This happened. You posted this, Sparky, right after you blocked me. I'm so baffled at the concept of why people won't leave others alone when told to leave them alone. Just because it's a social network doesn't give you the right to harass someone, especially when stated that to you that they don't want to be bothered by you. That is in direct reference to a conversation. And that's one of 4 statuses you posted. And the thing is, dude, I wasn't even being...
I just wanted to say about the house and shit thing, I got a well-paying job, I got a house, and I'm a public official, so let's not play that game. Let's just leave the accomplishment part out.
Right now? I'm on a business trip right now, in a hotel, chilling.
And
making over $75K a year.
I'm not trying to fight with you, but
that makes you the truth teller, according to Sparky.
And I'm married, dude. And I
Guys,
get fucked more than 3 times a year.
Okay, we're doing a dick measuring
Hey,
contest.
I think Angie's trying to talk.
Yes,
No,
thank
I'm
you,
actually
Phil.
making a point. I'm actually making a point. Who fucking cares what I say? I could say I'm fucking Regis Philbin and I have workout videos and make millions and trillions of dollars. My whole point is it doesn't fucking matter. I can say that I'm best friends with Snoop Dogg and I smoke fucking 90 pounds of the finest fucking weed on the planet. The whole point is it doesn't
But you're
fucking
taking
matter.
the fucking bait, guy. Like, Sparky's accused of being a liar, and he's like, well, I might be a liar, but at least I own a house. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Angie's right.
That's my point.
100%.
Thank you.
I know, but I
to
think
measure
Angie
a
was
dick.
trying to,
I own a
think
private jet.
Gallagher. I think Angie was trying to make the point that like
What'd you say?
that
Because I
doesn't
took
need,
my
that
headset
doesn't need
off.
any more attention than a couple seconds, and that's fair.
What'd
Oh
you
no,
say?
dude,
took my
I
headset
don't do
off?
that. I like to go overkill on things until everybody. I'm the kind of guy who will explain the joke at the dinner table until everybody wants to fucking stab me with a fork.
Fair enough. That doesn't work
Some
so much in
things you
streams,
just-
but
you
we'll
just
try.
gotta-
We'll try to work.
You just gotta beat the dead horse sometimes,
But
dude, because some
Sparky,
people
you
just don't
said-
fucking understand.
Sparky, you said your headset fell off. You didn't hear us?
No, I said I took my headset off. I had to go fucking piss. I was gonna listen to you guys when I was gonna take a piss.
Okay. Well,
That's
we don't
respectful.
care. We don't care. And are you gonna start telling the truth?
Truth of what?
There we go. There's the humility I was looking for.
Truth of what?
Just stop. Don't get mad at me, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck off.
Shut up. 6'7", you're still the size of my thumb. Knock your shit off. Grow up, dude.
Whatever.
You don't fucking focus on lies
Don't
and
take
don't
that
focus
fucking
on humility.
antipsychotic
Knock your
meds.
shit off. Stop screaming like you're a man. Knock it off. None of us here are
Don't
men.
take the antipsychotic.
We're all losers here. Welcome to the club.
Hey, that's her.
Hey.
It's okay. We can cry about it later over Starbucks.
Speak for
guys.
yourselves. Thank you.
Yeah, we can cry about it later
Well,
over Starbucks. guys, all together.
here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna say one thing, and I'm gonna take this off air. I'm just gonna stop the broadcast. I'm actually in a lot. Well, you know what? You go first, since you're. To be fair, you're the one of the points of subject here. Go ahead.
So this whole time, you guys are going at me, and everyone else was because I backed Tonka. Okay. And
Actually, I explicitly said several times that you did not. Just wanted to point that out.
Stop hating the straw man.
Okay. That's all I need.
Yeah, okay, that's great. That was never the claim. The thing is, ultimately, is that everybody was saying rather that, like, technically speaking, you were, and it doesn't really matter. The thing is, really, I mean, about the money thing, Doc, etc. Like, I'm not even bothered that you did, though. Don't misunderstand. I don't care. You can talk to whoever you want. You can pay money to whoever you want. You're over 18.
No, I can't.
You know,
I can't.
Yeah, you can. The thing is, the only part that bothered me about it was the fact that you kept saying that it didn't happen and all that other stuff. So the truth of the matter is like, it also came out that it was vengeance, which again, as Zell said, is fine. But the fact is, you kept going and saying that it wasn't the case, even though you admitted here that it was.
Oh no, I knew he was gonna get his dick knocked in the dirt.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't gonna stop him.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't planned out. Wasn't back in talking.
I know. No, I don't think it was planned. I think it was opportunistic. Is what I think it was.
It was.
Probably a better word,
because he's done it 3 different fucking times to me. No one had a fucking issue with that. So you know what?
I don't give a
Fuck
shit.
off.
Should have just said that from the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. And honestly, like, I don't know. It seems a lot like you only now are coming out with this because you're pressured. Like, you just saying open the door doesn't properly articulate that point.
No. He was doing something stupid. I opened the door. I wasn't gonna stop him. That's exactly how I planned it, and that's exactly how it's.
Yeah, get mad.
You guys are
fucking
looking
liar.
too far into
You
this.
got cornered, you liar.
No, I didn't get cornered.
Look,
You're someone who doesn't admit to lying, do you? Huh? You have no humility.
I
in your
didn't
bones.
fucking lie.
Yeah, fucking liar.
I do got a question. I don't mean to bring this like super far back, but did you say that Sparky blocked Auntie yesterday and started shit talking him behind a blog?
No, I haven't blocked him.
Why are you here?
Okay.
Isn't
Whatever.
that the
It
underage
doesn't-
tranny?
It doesn't matter because
Yeah,
look,
why are you here?
all I care
That's a boy,
about
by the way. just
all
in
I
case you
care
don't know.
about right now is ultimately the point that I want to make is that like I am actually in shock here because like I tried asking you these questions on your stream and everything, and I don't know, the answers I'm getting here and the answers there are just so vastly different than they are right now.
It is not
And
that different.
you never admitted to that you knew that was going to happen. You never admitted that it was vengeful. You know, and actually it gives context. It gives context to what Auntie said about fucking about him saying that you intentionally withheld that information about Tonka coming on. It actually makes a little bit more sense now. And honestly, like, here's my immediate question, and this is important, I think, that it's not as pointed as you might think. How did you know that Antihero was going to lose? How come you had no inkling that Antihero could win? That's the part that I'm stuck on.
Because I know how Antihero argues, and I've seen Tonka argue against a couple people about 5, 6 different times. I even went back and watched a couple different previous streams afterwards. It's easy to see. I'm sorry he couldn't see himself. That's not my problem.
You're not sorry.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, and the thing is this is why that aside from the fact you did say it was vengeance, why it, even if you didn't say it, it definitely appears to be such. And look, and that's okay. The part that bothers me about it is that it took this stream and everybody therein, especially Zell, to actually get that out.
You couldn't get that from my fucking tweets.
No.
Dude, you make your tweets so purposely vague so that way when I come to yes you do. It's like you proofread that shit. It's like you pass it through your friends. Hey, is this vague enough? What do you have any suggestions to make it vaguer? You make everything so vague. So that way when it comes back to bite you in the ass, you can say, oh, well, you can have plausible deniability. That's what it all is.
You accused him of being butthurt when he had the right to be because you imposed vengeance upon him. This is why.
That's not my fault that he fucking challenged
Yes,
Tonka.
it is, dude. You set him up.
No, it's not my fault. I did not type in his fucking Twitter. Hey, come on our show. Come. But you're not going
but you knew he was going to be there. You knew he was going to be there. Dude, you said you even said you
knew he was going to be there.
Dude,
that was
you just literally said, you said word for word, I knew he was going to get his ass kicked. I knew it was going to happen.
He was going to get his ass kicked. I didn't know he was going to be
I don't know,
there.
dude. That sounds like planning to me. That sounds like intent to me. I don't know. I'm just going to put that one on the table.
Yeah.
And now I know why I fucking blocked you.
Yeah, I know why you blocked me, because I fucking told the truth and you didn't want to hear it.
No, because you're an annoying little cunt.
Because you're annoying. Got me. Because I tried to be fucking nice to you and you spit it in my face.
You never once been nice.
How's your popcorn taste now, Sparky? Is it good?
Yeah, it's still good.
Okay,
Hey.
it better be delicious.
Dude, if you think that was me being mean...
You gotta enjoy something.
I don't enjoy being around you. I know that for sure.
Goddamn
well, then
right.
why are you here, dude? I thought you were leaving.
Because he knows. He's fucking guilty.
I
and
enjoy
scared. He doesn't
being
want
around
people
you,
to know
Zell,
this.
and Gallagher.
Look, honestly, look, here's the thing. I just gotta say this honestly. I'm actually, as I said earlier on, I'm actually pretty disappointed because this is not the result I was expecting, and honestly, like I'm done. I can't. I'm done talking about it.